Hi folks, welcome back to my hoard. It's about 4:30. It is April 24th, Thursday, 15.4 degrees. This one says 59, and the heck with the other one. My batteries aren't quite charged because by 4:30 or so, the sun's not on them anymore, so they're not completely charged. All right. I woke up a little early today, so I figured I'd ask a question from Damon. And his question was, are the racks interchangeable between like a 250 ES, a big red, a 200E, a 200, basically, what's the story on racks? Just very quickly, the racks for the big reds, these things came with racks. Typically they had this one in the back and the one in the front. I'm going to assume you're talking about the one here in the back. If you notice how it goes on, right, you can see bolts on here and here, and I think that's it. You just take those off and the rack comes right off. So you can see they bolt right into the frame there. This is a ATC200, and I think from your description this is what you have. And this is an add-on rack. Somebody bought this. It didn't come with it like that rack did. So somebody bought this thing, and you could see how it clamps onto the sissy bar here and here, and these go through, right? That guy and that guy. I think I'm showing you right. Those go through those holes. And where the second bolt is for the sissy bar, that's where they go. So that's an add-on rack. This also is an add-on rack. You can see the excellent job they did blowing holes in the plastic, right? I'm not sure where the hell he got it from, because there's a cut weld here, and this is cut across. If you go underneath, he bungeed it. Wait a minute. So, I mean, this isn't even an add-on rack. As I'm moving this, oh, yeah, you could see it kind of, right, as I move it. Let me try for a little better camera work. See, as I move the rack up and down, see how that moves. So, I don't know. This rack somewhat fit this bike. The racks for the 200 ES, it came with racks, and as I recall, they were bolt-on racks also. This is a 200 ES. But somebody dropped, and I mean that literally, dropped some big red plastic onto it. And you can see it's loose because it's not bolted down here where it needs to be bolted down. I think the bike you're looking at, the bike we're talking about, is exactly this bike though. And you could see, if you get the aftermarket rack, it goes on here and here, and you can see how it goes through there. If you get a rack off of something else, yeah, I'm pretty sure they cut that. And this looks like this was welded in here too, right? It looks different. I think this was a make-believe rack, but once again, with a couple of clamps on the back here, like this guy has, right? That could be a decent rack. As I'm showing this to you, I guess maybe it could give you some ideas. What you need to do is, excuse the mess, this place is really destroyed. These are the fenders off of that. You can see there's a hole in it, and it looks like it was melted in. So this was probably done maybe at the dealership or whatever. They tried to do a good job. This is a fender without the hole. See how you would have to punch that out, and that hole obviously is where these posts would go through. Anyway, Damon, I hope that helps. A couple of other folks. The contest is moving, which is a great thing. I have a few players right off the top of my head. WTBM123 Wills Pop. He's putting together a golf cart, rebuilding carbs, doing all kinds of great things. So go see him. Reading, I think it's 2112 Reading. For some reason, I can't respond to your comments. I can only do it via the tape. So he's putting an electric motor on a tractor, which is cool. By the way, Bud, I think if you get the gear ratio down a little bit, put a bigger gear or a smaller gear on the motor, on that electric motor, or a bigger gear on the sprocket that drives the wheels. I think your motor, every motor is a generator, every generator is a motor. DC, that is. Okay? So, as a motor spins up, even AC too, as a motor spins up, as it's spinning up, it uses a lot of current. But once it gets up to speed on plane, so to speak, it develops something known as a reverse EMF. It's power backwards, which actually the motor starts powering itself, right? It's not winding itself to speed. It becomes less of a load. So I know you don't want that thing to run wide open because you don't want the armatures to fly apart, but you also, with that gear ratio you have there, I think it's a little too tall, and I think you're killing your batteries a little too quick. So you might want to get a smaller sprocket on the motor or a bigger sprocket on the wheels. Who else is building a project out there? I think there's another couple, but given that I just woke up on my brain, maybe three more. Given that I just woke up and my brain is crap, I can't recall them at the moment. So William Statton is he looks like he's gonna smash a motor onto a quad for his kids, which is a cool project. His kids will love that. There's that one. Sorry, guy. I have no text in front of me. For me to sound at all organized, I kind of have to write things down, and I didn't do that. So, yeah, so there's three, and there's another few out there. Guys, keep making the videos, keep putting stuff together. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. Yeah, don't stop. For myself, this project is coming along, and there's a couple of things I'm going to do that were recommended. It was recommended that I put some cross bracing on here to get rid of this weeble wobble. That's a really good idea. I really can't do it to the other set of arms because, or can I? Actually, these are outboard. Actually, maybe I can. Maybe I can do something well, yeah, actually maybe I can do something with those to get rid of some of the weeble wobble. So some cross bracing would probably help with that. If I had to build this all over again, I would use the thicker, heavier squared tubing for the bottom. Instead of using 16 gauge, I probably would have used 1/4 inch. Instead of using 1.5 inch, I probably would have used 2 inch, and that probably would have got rid of some of my weeble wobble. The other thing I've been thinking of doing is kind of putting a plate here so that I can, instead of this bolt that goes straight through, that holds the arm, right? Instead of doing it that way, I'm considering putting a plate here and an outer bracket, which means it won't be just, I keep screwing this up, it won't be just sitting on one end of the bolt. It'll be a bit sturdier. So a few improvements to this. Right now, this thing has lifted me up at 2 1/4 without any real problem. Probably, if it could do 2 1/4, that means it could do any of these light ATCs, right? If I start wanting to do like 400 pounds. You know, I gotta try them, I guess. You know, you start out small and you work your way up. So there we go, folks. Live, love, and have a great time. I have to run. I have to get to work. Remember to keep your tires down, your handlebars up, keep your feet down, keep your head up. Thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing. About my contest, theoretically, you can jump in on the last day, like May 31st. And if you have a video that comes up with enough likes or views, whichever is more, that would get you to the winning position. So remember, likes or views, whatever you have, actually, likes or comments, whichever you have more, not views, likes or comments, whichever you have more. But guys, watch each other's videos, vote for each other. Remember, the gig here is lots more YouTube videos. The $50 and the contest is secondary. Want to get more videos out there. Once again, thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing. Bye now.